بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد وأهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. So tonight is the eve of Rajab, the first night. Tomorrow is the first of Rajab. Mubarak inshallah on you. So earlier we mentioned the name of 12 of the companions of the Imams. Six of them, the first six were the companions of Imam al-Baqir. 6 of them. Do you know their names? Can you read me their names? Zurara ibn A'yun, number 1. Number 2, Ma'ruf. Number 3, Burayd. Number 4, Abu Basir. Number 5, Al-Fudayl. And number 6, Muhammad ibn Muslim. And we said, who was the top among those 6? Zurara. And then we go to the companions of Imam al-Sadiq, another 6. And they were, beginning with, the top one among them was Jamil ibn Durraj, and then Abdullah ibn Muskan, and then Abdullah ibn Bukair, and Hamad ibn Isa, and Hamad ibn Uthman, and Aban ibn Uthman. So those were the top ones. Scholars say about those 12, they say they were elite. Ajma'at al-Isaba. The Isaba had consensus, unanimously agreed. Who are the Isaba? Isaba is reference to what? Yani in today's language it's a gang. But in yesterday's language, Isaba meant body of scholars. A body, a company, a group. So it meant whenever you find in the Islamic literature Isaba, it does not mean South Central here. Okay, go back to Medina, go back to Kufa to 12, 13, 1400 years ago, and that was a term used to describe the companions of the Prophet, body of scholars. They were Imam's companions who were invested with authority of giving fatwa. Those people, okay, Imam's companions, especially it could be any Imam, but mostly Imam al-Baqir, Imam al-Sadiq, who were invested with authority of giving fatwa. Okay? So the Isaba had consensus that those people, the 12 ones that you have them in your book, are authentic source. أقروا لهم بالفقه أجمعت العصابة على تصحيح ما يصح عن هؤلاء. Whatever comes out of them is sahih. Is sahih. Okay? Is sahih. Now, what does sahih mean here, my friends?
Accurate,
authentic. Sahih means authentic. Look at here. This is the classification of hadith. This is authentic, sahih. Okay, sahih. This is sahih. Now, what do we mean by being authentic or sahih? Tell me, because it has a definition.
we can rely on.
Reliable, but others are also reliable. But how is this reliable? Why this is number 1 and this is number 2? Why this is 2, this is a 3?
The source.
What about the source?
The source was you could.
Okay, write it down. Write this definition. I'm going to say it very slowly so you can write it down. Authentic or sahih means, this is the definition of it. This is how you answer in your finals, inshallah. Exactly. A tradition whose chain of reporters or narrators, doesn't matter, a tradition whose chain of reporters is what? Is consecutively is important. Consecutively means one after the other, or what? Linked to whom? Ma'soom. Say ma'soom, because ma'soom includes the Prophet and the Imams. Is linked. It will end when you chase the chain of narrators, you find them ending with what? With a ma'soom. Are you with me or not? When we say an fulan, on behalf of this, and then on behalf of Imam as-Sadiq, on behalf of Imam al-Baqir. So it is linked to the ma'soom. And all those, the chain, all of them, one after the other, are what? Are one, not just trustworthy, because this one has to be trustworthy too. This one has to be trustworthy, but this is special trustworthy. Imami and Adil both. Imami, Adil and Imami. Adil plus Imami. So they narrate one to another, and all of them, all the personalities in that chain of narrators are number one, Adil and Imami. Okay. What does Adil mean? What does Adil mean? Just, or sometimes they call it what? Equitable, or reliable. Just. Okay? Just, who does not commit sins. Or if he commits a minor sin, then he resorts to forgiveness immediately. This is the meaning of Adil. So this is number one. This is the authentic. So can you tell me who is the authentic? Sahih. I mean, what hadith we consider, what report we consider to be authentic? If the links, it is linked to the ma'soom, and also the people who are in the chain of narrators are Adil and Imamis too. This is number one. We come to number two. How do you think number two is different from number one?
It doesn't end with the Nabi. It doesn't end with the Muslim.
No. It has to be. The first part, it is linked to the ma'soom.
Doesn't have to be Imami.
And it has to be Imami. It has to be Imami. So write it down so you can see it. Write it down because we don't want to, we want to write the whole sentence. So good means what? In Arabic means what? Hasan, ahsan, Hasan, Hasan. This is Sahih. This is Hasan, okay? Hasan means a tradition whose chain of narrators are consecutively linked to the ma'soom, but by whom? Imamis, but not Adil. Not Adil. We put this term here. Imami, but what? Imami, commendable. Okay? Commendable. I wrote commendable here. Do you see it? Can you see it? Commendable, whose reliability has not been 100% confirmed. So this is the difference with Adil. Adil is 100%. He scores, his credit is what? What is the top number in the credit? You are a lawyer.
Credit?
Yeah.
Credit history?
700?
760?
760?
800.
Huh?
Yeah, it goes way above 800.
Wait. So let's say
Close
8.
to 900.
Okay, so this is 900. The credit scores 900.
Rarely people give it.
And this one is 700.
What do you say, commendable in Arabic?
Commendable.
In Arabic?
يعني commendable مستحسن أو والله إيه commendable إيه هو حسن بعد هو حسن إيه okay whose reliability has not been affirmed. Okay. يعني not عادل, he's below عادل. So his scores are 700. Okay, dependable in Arabic is موثق. See, موثق, dependable. Or sometimes they call it قوي, strong. قوي or موثق, which means what?
Is he just but not Imam?
Narrators are reliable. Write it down, please. Those narrators in this category number 3, which is موثق, are reliable, but they belong to a different school of thought, non-Imamis. What do we mean different school of thought? Different school of thought, my friends, can be Shia but not Imami, Ithna Ashari. Can be Ismaili, Zaydi, Fatahi, Waqifi. There are other traditions. Now, some of these traditions no longer exist, like Fatahi does not exist. Waqifi does not exist. I'm going to tell you the meaning of Fatahi. But Zaydi now still exists. Ismaili does exist now. Okay? So he is reliable, but he subscribes to other traditions. So we still accept. If we find out that he's reliable, so we term him موثق or قوي. Sometimes موثق, sometimes قوي. But he subscribes to other non-Imamis tradition. We come to number 4. Number 4, ضعيف. A narration, a hadith, a report that does not fulfill none of these, the above three. He's not Imami, neither he's non-Imami. He is not Adil, he is not commendable, he is not reliable. Commendable is more powerful than reliable, my friends. Commendable, forget about what I said here about Adil. Remove this here. Commendable, the Imams, they gave a credit to him. They commended them. They praised them. On some occasions, they said Arish is good. This is commendable. Reliable is below. Reliable, maybe the Imam did not, but through his lifestyle, dealing with him, he's reliable. We didn't see something suspicious, something that tells me to reject his testimony or to consider him to be liar or suspicious. I didn't see anything of that. So we call him reliable. Number 4, ضعيف. This is ضعيف. ضعيف, unfortunately, does not have none of these. Okay? He's neither reliable, nor commendable, nor adil. So how can I accept his testimony? I can't. His hadith is weak. ضعيف. Yes, go ahead, ask.
So anyone who is not reliable or commendable, and even though it might be true, but you reject those hadiths because they're
if we find one in the chain of narrators, one, we said consecutively, meaning all of them, one after the other, are adil here in this category. If one of them is not adil, it goes down. Demotion. This one, if one of them is not commendable, it goes down. If one of them here is not reliable, it goes down. One of them, huh? One. All of them have to be. This is why we said consecutively, one after the other, have to obtain this status. If one of them does not obtain this 900 scores, then it goes down. It gets demoted. Did I answer you? Ask again.
The weak one, so.
Yes,
if
the
it's
weak one.
weak,
Yeah.
and even though maybe it was seen by people, it is.
Yeah. Maybe
confirmed,
some
but-
people read it on the minbar. Maybe it's even popular, mashhur, popular. But then when you come and dig deep, investigate, you find that this is weak. But it is popular. Popular. People say it, people, over centuries, people, believe in it, people write it down. But when you investigate, you find it doesn't have one of these. Did I answer you or not?
Yes.
Huh? Are you sure?
I think so. I just want to make sure, so it will be rejected no matter what, if it's from an unreliable source. Okay.
It will be rejected. We don't establish anything upon this hadith. We don't do something haram or halal because of this hadith. I don't. Maybe in akhlaqiyat, mannerism, another section of religion, but not in fiqh. Fiqh, we are very strict. We studied a maxim, maybe last year. The maxim states that take it easy when it comes to non-jurisprudential issues. Non-halal and haram, take it easy. When it comes to the section of adab, akhlaq, mannerism. Because adab and akhlaq, even if the hadith is weak, but the hadith is telling you, for instance, don't cheat. So it's telling you something good. It's not telling you, you must do this. These are all recommendations. At-tasamuh, do you remember? Do you remember that maxim? The maxim was called, and you were here, he was Dr. Ali here, if you check your book, At-tasamuh fi adillati sunan. Tasamuh means we have tolerance. Adilla, the evidence, which here, is it authentic, good? The evidence, the hadith, which is evidence. As-sunan, sunan means mustahabbat, not wajibat. So when something is mustahab, I don't go strict about it. But when something is wajib or haram, I have to make sure. This is wajib, so I do it. I don't take it easy on it. I become tough. I have to investigate. Okay? So maybe the weak hadith, we use it in another section that does not threaten our religion. The section of akhlaq, we take it easy on that. But when it comes to ibadat or mu'amalat, which is jurisprudence, we have to investigate. If it turns to be weak, then we drop it. We say, sorry, I can't use this hadith. Yes, Dr. Ali?
Yes,
What was you raised your hand.
oh, you know what, I think you answered it, actually.
Okay.
I have a question.
Mhm.
Concerning the wording, consecutively linked to the ma'soom.
Ma'soom, yes.
Do you mean that each narrator is linked to the ma'soom?
No.
The consequence
No.
end up with the ma'soom?
Of course. The chain leads to the ma'soom. Not all of them. No. One of them, the last one before the ma'soom is connected. He saw the ma'soom. He was with him. Okay? We make sure that yes, his age permitted him. Not that he's in an era and ma'soom in another era. 100 years between them. No. It ended up with the ma'soom. This is the meaning. But all of them have to be adil. Okay? All of them have to be adil. Yes.
For the Hasan, does the narrator has to have received praise from the Imam, like establishing his credibility, yes?
This one, yes. Yeah.
And there has to be a record stating that an Imam said that this
Most
person-
of them. Most of them. Most of them, they, received comments or praise
From the Imam.
or approval from the Imams. Yeah, most of them. Most of them. Okay? But he is not adil. He doesn't reach the 900. He's 700. Sometimes he doesn't receive a praise from the Imam, but we know he's below adil. He's below adil. Okay? Yani we don't know, we know 100% of his adala, of his purity and truthfulness. This is not 100%.
Like the top 12 students of the Imamain could be
Those
900,
ones,
and
yeah.
then beneath
Because
those
I
12,
said the body of the scholars, they unanimously agreed that those are, the top ones are the top.
and then the students beneath them could fall into that category.
Yes.
Okay.
But they are not only 12 because others added more names to them later on. So maybe this list was established at some time earlier. Then throughout the history they added more, started to add more names to it. Such as what? Such as Ahsant, Aban ibn Taghlub. Such as what? Arash. Who else? Yeah, Aban ibn Taghlub. Who else? Ma'ad ibn Muslim. Ma'ad ibn Muslim. Such as Abu Hamza al-Thamali. Who's Abu Hamza al-Thamali? No, not Imam Ali. Thabit. This is Imam Zain Abidin. Thabit ibn Dinar. Dua Abu Hamza that we recite. Dua Abu Hamza al-Thamali in the month of Ramadan. He's the one. He got the hadith from Imam Zain al-Abidin. The dua. Thabit ibn Dinar. Abu Hamza al-Thamali. This is among them. Okay? Among them Hamran ibn A'yun. Hamran ibn A'yun. Among them Muawiyah ibn Ammar. Among them Ali ibn Hamza al-Bata'ini. Let me say something about Ali ibn Hamza al-Bata'ini. You know, my friends, shall I delete this? Huh? We have in Ilm al-Rijal and Ilm al-Diraya, we have a section called Al-Jarh wa-Ta'dil. Al-Jarh, write it down please. Wa-Ta'dil. Al-Jarh is defamation. Defamation and authentication. This is defamation. This is defamation, jarh. Ta'dil, fixation. When you buy a house and you start fixing it, authentication. Okay, this is authentication. Of the reporter, the transmitter of the hadith. This is a whole science by itself that studies the life, the characters of whom? Huh? Narrators or reporters of hadith. It's found in the Sunni tradition and Shia tradition. Al-Jarh wa Ta'dil. And they have books, Kutub al-Jarh wa Ta'dil. Many books written on this subject. Subjects of defamation and the authentication of the reporters. So they speak about them and they categorize them. They put them in categories. So it's not ransom, we come to one reporter and we believe. No, this reporter has been vetted by hundreds of scholars. Has been vetted by hundreds of scholars. Now, let me ask you this question, Ali. When we have this process, the reporters, they go through this process of jarh and ta'dil, meaning evaluation. So if they are not good, then they are defamed. Jarh, majruh, he's majruh. Majruh, he's wounded, he has been defamed. He did not receive enough credit, unfortunately. If he has good credit, then ta'dil, he's good. Okay? He passed the test. Now, does all the scholar, listen to this question, please. Does all the scholars who wrote these books, they unanimously agree upon each and every one, or they differ among them? For instance, someone comes to one, he says, I believe in him, I trust him, he's trustworthy, he's authentic. Another scholar says, no, to me, he's not trustworthy. He's da'if. He's fabricator. Muttaham. See, accused. The language they use, I want you to know the vocabulary, terminology of these knowledge. They call him muttaham. Muttaham means what? Muttaham means accused. He's accused. He's muttaham. Okay? From tuhma. Tuhma, accusation. So, they differ. Sometimes they differ.
Within the imami?
Yeah,
Or
no.
just the imami?
Within the, we are not speaking about others. Within the imami tradition, some, Shaykh al-Tusi, okay. I'll give you an example of that. This is Ali ibn Hamza al-Bata'ini. Ali, his name is Ali ibn Hamza al-Bata'ini al-Kufi, originally from Kufa. This man is a controversial figure. Okay? There are evidences to support him, which support says tawthiq. Support. Back him. The opposite of support is what, my friends? What is the opposite in this language? Huh? Tad'if. Tad'if, weakening him. To weaken. Tad'if. Among the Shia scholars, for instance, the group that does tawthiq of him, this man, is among them Shaykh al-Kulayni, al-Tusi, okay, al-Saduq. Those, they narrate his ahadith in their books. They put them in their books. But the one who does tad'if, doesn't accept him, is Ibn Faddal. Another scholar, important scholar. His name is Ibn Faddal. So how do we know? How do we really know this guy? Should we accept his hadith or we reject his hadith? How do we know? Because there are two groups of scholars. Some say, okay, he's yes. Some say no. No, kick him out. You know what he says about him, Ibn Faddal? He says he is kadhabun, liar, muttaham, accused. And this is Shia Ibn Faddal, and those are Shia. And both are scholars. So why they differ? Why? There is a mystery here. How we unfold and solve this mystery. Scholars say when they study, they say the tawthiq that came, the support, authentication, was because of one side of him, one dimension of him. The tad'if that happened because of another side, not the same side. They say the tawthiq, please listen to this. This is very tricky. Ali, don't write anything. They say the tawthiq, the authentication of this man, it's because of his what? Fiqh, jurisprudence. In the field of jurisprudence. The tad'if happened because of another dimension, not fiqh. He says the truth in fiqh. He narrates from the Imam. When it comes to fiqhi masail, fiqhi issues, he speaks the truth. He's not liar. He's not accused. But he, the tad'if, weakening him, okay, defaming him, came to another dimension of him, another character, another side of him. Which one? Not akhlaq.
Explanations, tafsir?
Aqa'id. Aqa'id, ideology. Aqidah.
Yeah, but that's.
Wait, please, wait. Inna Allah ma'a as-sabirin. They say he was with the Imams. So the ahadith that he narrates, the reports that he gives us, when it comes to halal and haram, he is authentic. We accept it. Those people accepted it from him. But when he spoke about Aqidah, he changed his mind. He became Shi'i but Waqifi. Waqifi. What is Waqifi, my friends?
The Zaydis, like those.
It's a cult. It's a school of thought, let's say, not cult. The school of thought that said that there is no Imam after Imam al-Kadhim. After Imam al-Kadhim, there is no Imam.
Seveners?
Huh?
Seveners?
No, there were others. There were Fatahis. After Imam al-Sadiq, after Imam al-Kadhim, some people went to Abdullah al-Aftah. Imam al-Sadiq had 10 children, by the way. Imam al-Sadiq, when he died, he had 10 children. Because his life was under stress and under the threat of Bani al-Abbas. So everything was secret. So some people said the Imam did not appoint Musa, his son Musa ibn Ja'far, which is Imam al-Kadhim, the 7th Imam. He appointed Abdullah al-Aftah. Abdullah, he had another son, al-Aftah. Some people said he appointed his son Ismail. This is why they are Ismaili. Those people are Fatahi. Fatahi. They don't exist anymore. Fatahis do not exist, but Ismailis, they exist. So some people went to his son Ismail, whereas Ismail died during the life of his father. And he's buried in Baqi'. If you go to Baqi', Ismail, the son of Imam al-Sadiq. Some people went to Abdullah al-Aftah. Some people said, khalas, no more Imams. When the Imam died, those are Waqifi. Waqif from Waqf, stopping. Khalas, no more Imams. Waqifi. So he changed to the Waqifi trust. So in his Aqidah, he is different. Okay? So they don't quote him when it comes to Aqidah, but when it comes to fiqh, they quote him. Are you with me? You want to take a picture? Take a picture.
I have a quick question.
Yes.
The people that come up with these Waqifis, Ismailis, Zaydis, is it because they were not actually physically near the Imam? So that's
Yeah. Because Imams, to protect the life of the next Imam, so the government does not go after him and murder him, they would keep it secret. They tell only the very close khawas. Very close are called khawas. They're khawas companions that who is the Imam after them. They don't make it public because it was dangerous. At that time, the Abbasis, whenever they know who's coming, they will go after him and murder him. So Imams, they only say it to. So when it is not made public, then it creates what? Confusion. People are living far away from Medina. How do they know? So some people go to this, some people go to this, some people say, no, we are not, following anyone because the picture is not clear for us. They say Ibn Faddal, this guy, he was Fatahi. So he followed this, Abdullah. So this is why he was not in agreement with this. So this is why he said he's kadhab. because they had different in aqidah, different in cults, in a school of thought. This is why he said to him, we don't accept him. Not because he used to, be unreliable in the fiqh. This is why in the fiqh they accept his riwayat. Our ulama, they mention him. But when it comes to the aqidah, he switched to another. Therefore, why did I put these 4 categories before you? Category number 3, what was it? Huh? Muwathaq. Muwathaq. Muwathaq, he could be reliable, but he could be another. Reliable, but follows what? Another tradition. So what? As long as he's reliable, he's not Shia, he's not Imami. We don't want him to be a liar. So I know he's not lying. He's not following the Imams, but he's not lying. So I would still accept his hadith. So the case with this man, he's not Imami, okay? He's Waqifi, but we still accept his.
But do his hadith fall in the weak category? Or
That was
they're
gonna
all
be
weak,
my
right?
question, so.
Which, this one? No. Some of them they accept.
Yeah.
Yeah. They would accept.
In which category?
It depends, the people with him. Who are with him? Because you cannot judge the hadith based on one rawiya, one narrator. It has to be, remember, consecutively. It has to be all the chain are good. So sometimes if he is in a chain of narrators that all of them are reliable, then the hadith we accept it. But if one person in his group, in the chain of narrators, is not reliable, we reject the hadith. The problem with him is that he was also part of the Imam al-Kadhim followers. But then he had, why he deflected? You know why? The story is written. Because he gathered money, khums, for the Imam al-Kadhim. And when the Imam died, he refused to pass the khums to Imam Ali ibn Musa al-Rida. He said Imam al-Kadhim did not appoint a successor. Because of money, issue of money, fortunately. He kept the money for himself. He didn't give the khums to Imam Ali al-Rida alayhi salam. Many people did this. Look at the dunya. Look at what dunya does and money does. Unfortunately.
So, is it the reason why?
But mostly, let me, to be honest with you, 1 second. Most of the Rijaliyin, who are Rijaliyun? Experts in Ilm al-Rijal, bibliographers, okay? And fuqaha, they consider him to be da'if, except very few. The majority consider him to be da'if. The minority would accept him. Because of what he did. They say, after all, though it happened at the end, not in the beginning, they say, but it would reflect. What he did in the end, it would also reflect on his beginning. So they are cautious and they say, we don't accept his riwayat. Tad'if. They do tad'if of him. Tad'if. وصلى الله وسلم على سيدنا محمد وأهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين.